You arrive at a moment where choice feels both quiet and electric. Somewhere between the familiar map and the blank page, a phrase settles into your chest. Wander often, wonder always. Say it aloud, as promise, as permission. It's not an instruction to escape, but an invitation to translate curiosity into courage. Wandering is not just movement across land. It's movement of attention, of heart, of the brave little decisions that remind you you are alive. When you take that first step, even if it is simply opening a new book, turning toward a stranger's story, or leaving a street you know, you fan a small fire. That fire warms the parts of you that forget how to ask and learn. Let that spark lead you forward and let the sky widen with it. Move with me into what this simple line can teach us. You've known maps that promise certainty, pinpoints, timetables, tidy plans. But when you choose to wander, you begin to read different maps, ones drawn by curiosity, by questions, by the way light falls on a stranger's face. Those maps are soft. They feel like fabric, folding and unfolding as you move. Each detour becomes a lesson in noticing. The road that seemed like a mistake reveals a hidden orchard. The pause on a bench becomes the moment you meet someone who changes the way you see your work, your love, your future. Wonder becomes the compass that turns your attention toward wanderers beside you, the gardener, the bus driver, the poet with ink-stained hands, and suddenly you belong to a larger map of shared discovery. Let your curiosity be the place you return to again and again. The world meets you halfway. Keep walking, curiosity in your pocket. Walking is never only for the horizon. There are neighborhoods inside you that long to be visited, parts of yourself you pass every day without knocking. When you wander often, you give those rooms a chance to open. You might find the corner where resilience lives, or the courtyard where your childhood wonder still plays. In community, this wandering becomes communal. Stories swap across kitchen tables and on late-night calls. Triumphs and small embarrassments lay down together and make space for one another. You are not wandering alone. You carry a torch, others carry theirs, and together you form a street of lights. Let the warmth of others guide you forward as you learn to light your own. Breathe, then step onward. Courage is not absence of fear. It is the decision to take a step despite it. When you promise to wander often, wonder always, you sign up to taste uncertainty and to savor not knowing. There is a sweetness in risk, the kind that blooms after you send the message. Buy the ticket, knock on the door. Each small risk trains your spirit to trust itself. You learn that curiosity is a muscle. The more you use it, the more confident you become. You stop waiting for permission from the world and instead create permission for yourself. With every step you take toward a trembling horizon, your confidence grows and your world stretches just enough to include new colors. Move forward. Your courage will find you the rest of the way. You're shaped by stories, not just the big ones we tell in books, but the tiny, unspoken narratives you collect along your path. A woman in a market teaches you how to haggle, not for price, but for joy. A stranger's apology becomes the model you follow. A faded mural teaches you endurance. These stories are evidence that wonder is contagious. When you share them, the next person feels permission to wander differently. They borrow your courage like a coat on a cool evening. Your life becomes a mosaic of borrowed light. You give a piece, you take a piece, and together the pattern grows more beautiful. Keep listening. A story is waiting for you around the next corner. Great transformations rarely arrive as blinding epiphanies. Often, they are the quiet, daily acts of wandering combined with a habit of wonder. You practice noticing the color of your breath in winter, the way your hands remember a favorite recipe, the calm that follows a hard conversation. These small recognitions build you into someone more generous with their attention and more patient with their growth. The community that grows around this practice is steady and generous too. We learn each other's edges and applaud the small victories. Let that steady rhythm carry you onward. Transformation thrives on gentle repetition, and wonder keeps your compass true. Take the next quiet step. There is a summit moment that every wanderer reaches in different ways. It is not always vertical. Sometimes it is a slow clarity that arrives when you least expect it. From there you see the choices that led you here, forks taken and roads surrendered, and the view alters how you move next. Wonder at a high place changes what you consider possible. You begin to imagine a life that includes more risk, more compassion, and a deeper trust in your own instincts. The highest view also lets you look back and see who walked beside you. That recognition becomes fuel, proof that you are never truly solitary on this path. Keep climbing. The horizon keeps making room for you. When the journey feels hardest, remember the shared breath that moves through those who wander. You are part of a chorus of explorers, neighbors who said yes to small adventures, friends who ask questions over late coffee, children who kneel to inspect beetles and teach us what it means to marvel without agenda. This collective breath steadies you when doubt arrives. In moments of fracture, loss, failure, uncertainty, community helps you reframe wandering as a practice of repair rather than avoidance. We mend with curiosity. We ask, we learn, we try again. Let your next breath be both yours and ours, and move forward with that shared strength. Choice is the altar at which wonder and wander meet. You can choose to treat life as a checklist or as a landscape. Choosing wonder means deciding again and again to be available to surprise. It's a small, radical rebellion against cynicism, an essential practice of hope. When you choose wonder, you also choose to be generous with your attention, your time, your questions. That generosity changes how others receive you and how they pass wonder on. Stand in that light for a long breath. Let the clarity of this choice lift your steps and steady your heart. Ready yourself for the highest ascent. There is more ahead. When you return from wandering, home is not the same as when you left. The corners you once ignored seem luminous. The people you knew become characters in a larger, more colorful story. Returning is its own kind of courage. It asks you to place what you found into your daily life, to integrate curiosity into chores, to carry wonder into work meetings, to show kindness as a practice rather than a mood. These small acts change the atmosphere of ordinary days and make home feel like a newly discovered country. Share your discoveries with others. The gifts you bring back are change agents in your community. Let your return be generous and steady. To keep wonder alive, adopt small, repeatable rituals. A nightly question you write down, a walk where you notice 3 unfamiliar things, a habit of asking strangers about their joys. These practices are simple but potent. They anchor curiosity in the soil of routine. You will not always feel adventurous, and that is okay. Consistency is a kindness to your future self. When doubt knocks, return to these rituals and your community. Invite others to join you. Teach them the questions that changed you. In this way, wonder spreads from one life to another, quietly, insistently, beautifully. Keep the practice tender and persistent. Ultimately, wonder often, wonder always is an ethos, a posture of open hands and open eyes. It asks you to move with courage, to listen like you belong, and to give what you can without calculating the return. You will make mistakes. You will lose your way sometimes. That is part of the journey. But each misstep is a lesson that deepens your humility and widens your capacity for empathy. You belong to a community that learns together, that celebrates small returns and gentle recoveries. So, wander more. Let your wonder be the beam that guides you home. If this phrase has touched you, carry it forward and share what it wakes inside you. In summary, wander often, wonder always teaches that life expands when you choose curiosity over certainty, community over seclusion, and courage over comfort. Subscribe to Walk with Us. Share this story with someone who needs permission to explore, and tell us in the comments how you choose to wander and wonder. Your voice completes this journey.